In this video you will learn about risk perception and hazard awareness. The goal of this video is to educate the viewer on these topics, which I believe will help in the overall goal of 0 roadside deaths a year. Let us begin with risk perception. Risk perception refers to the driver's judgment of potential hazards and how they assess and deal with the hazard. Good risk perception is important because it determines which hazards people care about and how they deal with them. Younger drivers tend to have low risk perception due to lack of experience on the road. Drivers with more experience tend to have higher risk perception. This is one of many reasons why younger drivers are in more roadside collisions than experienced drivers. Being able to assess hazards/potential risks is a big part of driving safely and reducing the number of collisions and deaths on the road. Hazard awareness plays a big part in your risk perception. You should always be aware of hazards around you so you can properly assess these hazards and the amount of risk they have. You should constantly be using the SEE strategy. Search for hazards. Evaluate the hazard and decide how to avoid it. Execute your plan on avoiding the hazard. A safe driver should always be aware of hazards, whether that be weather-related hazards, car maintenance-related hazards, or roadside-related hazards. Common weather-related hazards consist of snow and ice. While driving on snowy or icy roads, increase your following distance and test your brakes and acceleration with the driving conditions beforehand. Heavy fog or heavy snowfall. While driving with heavy fog or snow, you should use your low beams and drive slower. In some cases, you should turn your hazard lights on to alert the other drivers to your position. Blinded by glare. It is always smart to have a pair of sunglasses in the vehicle to help against glare from the sun or other vehicles' headlights impairing your vision. To avoid car maintenance-related hazards, you should take your car in every 6 months so that a mechanic can make sure your lights, steering, brakes, and tires are in optimal condition. If you hear or notice anything wrong with your vehicle, you should fix it as soon as possible. Some roadside hazards can be marked by road signs. Though many roadside hazards cannot be marked, such as potholes, impaired drivers, pedestrians, parked cars, and many more. You must always be using your SEE strategy to avoid hazards of all kinds. Now that you know about risk perception and hazard awareness, make sure to use what you have learned in this video on the road to practice safe driving and potentially lead to 0 roadside collisions a year. Thank you for watching, and remember to drive safe.